Hey everybody, so today's review is not a once review, it's actually a review of the movie Thor Ragnarok. It actually came out last Friday, but I just saw it today on Saturday. I loved this movie. I think it's the best Thor movie, and also one of the best Marvel movies. I thought it was hilarious, and I thought they did a really good job with the character of Thor and really defining him, because I think Thor, I think Thor works best as like a comedic character, more than like the dramatic hero. Not hero. I mean, he's a hero even when he's comedic, but more maybe a comedic hero than a dramatic hero. Is what I'm trying to say. I really liked it. So I think Chris Hemsworth is a really good comedian. And I liked, Hela. I think they did a really good villain with her. I really loved her. Kate Blanchett is perfect. She plays villains really well. I thought she was really great as Lady Tremaine in the live action Cinderella. I think she's like one of the best versions of that character, and I really loved her as Hela. In this movie, I thought that all the acting was really great, and I really loved all like the stuff with the Hulk. I thought a lot of them were really funny. I really liked Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master. I thought he was a really fun and really unique character that was added. He wasn't someone that's from Norse mythology like the Valkyrie or Hela, or a lot of the characters actually in the Thor movies are from, I think, Sutter, the fire demon that we saw. I don't know if he is originally from Norse mythology or if he's something that was created for the Thor comics that's slightly based on Norse mythology. Because I think there is like a fire realm in Norse mythology when you look at like Yggdrasil, which is the tree of life. I think there is like a realm that's like fire, and then there's like the frost giants and the dark elves and the dwarves. There's like a realm with dwarves, and there's Midgard, and then underneath where the roots are of the tree, I think that's the realm of Hell, where Hela's in charge of. I think that's how it goes in Asgard's up at the top. I think that's how Yggdrasil goes in Norse mythology. I'm not 100% sure. I knew it at one point in time, but I've forgotten. But I think I really like the really original characters, like the Grand. I don't know if he's in the comics. I've only read a few comics when it comes to like Marvel and DC. There's just so many. It's hard for me personally to keep track when it comes to comics. The only ones I really actively get are the Doctor Who ones. So I don't even do Star Wars or anything like that. It's just there's so many, and it's really, really hard. I do have the Once Upon a Time ones, of course, but I need like maybe like the best out of the Thor and Captain America and so forth comics, because that might be easier for me to read than to try and read them all. So if you have any recommendations for Marvel comics and Wonder Woman, those are the ones I want to read. You can leave them in the box below, or in the comment section. Sorry. But I really liked his character, and I actually thought Jeff Goldblum was a perfect casting choice, because he was like just like quirky enough for that character, and a little strange and out of the ordinary. I think it worked really well. I really liked like the tone of this movie, and what else, like the colors, and it was very like bright and vibrant, and like the tone was very quirky and very out there, and I really liked like the weird like is psychedelic the right word? I'm not sure. Like the part where Thor is in the chair and he's going through that weird like tunnels with the lights. I, I guess you would say psychedelic. And they had like the Willy Wonka song playing, which was really like strange but awesome at the same time. Um, that's like stuff like I think the director's name is Taika Waititi. Oh, that's hard for me to say. Um, I thought I wish he was there for the second Thor and this one because I think he's the perfect director for a Thor movie. I think he balances out the Norse and things from the Marvel universe with his own brand of crazy fun quirkiness, and he throws it all together. I loved his directing style. I thought it was great, and I love, like I said, I love the colors, very bright and vibrant. I'm getting like an 80s vibe from Thor. Does that make sense? Because that's what I was feeling, especially with that, like the music. It was very like, well, in Asgard it was very like epic type music that's very fantastical, but in other parts there's a lot of like, oh, how do I like electronic type of music. Does that make sense? Like the style is like very like techno-y, I guess. Not sure how to describe the music. It was very unique though. I've never heard like that, but those kind of sounds. The music is very 80s inspired. I think at least that's what I got from the music, and I really liked it. Um, let's see. I don't want to spoil it for anybody in terms of the plot because I think you guys really should go out and watch this movie. I thought it was really great and it's really funny. And in terms of like overall the setup for Infinity Wars, there wasn't much, at least not that I noticed. There was a few mentions of the Infinity Stones, and there was the gauntlet in Odin's like vault, and Hela goes, "That's fake." So because we know that Thanos has the gauntlet anyways, so that had to be fake if it was in Odin's like treasure room, army vaults. Excuse me. But I liked the characters and how they developed and stuff, and I think I don't. I don't know who shipped that one. Was there anything they didn't show Thanos, or any? Well, they showed like the Tesseract, so, which is one of the Infinity Stones. But that was kind of it for like that storyline. It was mentioned here and there. One was shown. I think Doctor Strange was wearing the one too. And Doctor Strange was in this. I liked his cameo. I really like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. He looks a lot like the character in the comic, and I think that was really great casting. And I really liked his cameo in this. I thought it was, I guess that's the connection to the other movies, is having Doctor Strange in. But it fit, it made sense. It wasn't something that I felt was forced. So, but I really liked the, the little subtle connections to some of the other Marvel movies. It was done in a really great way, and it sounds like Taika Waititi was able to still be very creative and unique with Thor Ragnarok, while also connecting it to the MCU, or to the rest of the MCU, I should say. And what else? Because I don't want to give any spoilers. I really want you guys to go see it. Ooh. I like the twist on Ragnarok and Hela. That's all I can say. I thought it was really cool. And I thought it was creative. How they did it and how they were able to still have that character and the concept of Ragnarok, which is the end of the gods, in the mythology in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I did think Ragnarok was going to be tied to Thanos somehow, but it really wasn't. I will tell you that it wasn't tied to Thanos, which I actually liked. I liked that it wasn't tied to Thanos because I kind of I like the connection to the other Marvel movies, but I really want like the villains from the individual, like Hela or Ronan or something like that, to have more of the power, I guess I should say, or more like of the focus in that movie than trying to set up Thanos. I mean, I understand like Thanos is going to be the really, really big bad that they're going to fight at the very end, but I want the villains also to get some development too, so that they really are like a threat, not something that we can go, they're okay. But I did like Hel. I thought she was really well developed. And like I said, Kate Blanchett played her great. So, but I liked what they did with Ragnarok and that it wasn't tied to Thanos. That was good. There's not much else I can say. There are two credit scenes during the credits. One, not halfway through. I wouldn't say halfway. It's like right after you go through all the actors. And that's where it is. I wouldn't say that's halfway through though. And then one at the very, very, very end. So stay until the very end. But I think that should always be something you do for a Marvel movie. Just to get in, I think. Because you never know. What else? Oh, I mentioned the music, but I think not only was this movie great and it was funny and creative and unique compared to the other Marvel movies, and it played twice in the movie Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song, so I give the movie like 1,000 points just for putting Zeppelin in the movie, because Led Zeppelin is awesome. And if you never heard of Led Zeppelin or heard their music, go do it now. They have such great songs. All of them are great. But I loved the use of that song, not only once, but twice in the movie. That was amazing. So, I really liked, I don't know what else I can say, because I don't want to spoil it. I really don't. And I know I can do like a warning, but I'd rather you guys go and see it and then maybe come back and we can talk about it in the comment section or something. I don't know, because I don't feel comfortable putting spoilers in a review anyways, because I don't want to ruin it for somebody. I really don't, because it was so good. And I'm sure, I know like the movie has been out for a while because it comes out earlier in other countries. So, but for maybe people that haven't seen it and haven't been looking up at the spoilers and things, I don't want to ruin it. But it was really, really good. And I really liked all the characters and how they developed, and even I felt like the new ones really fit in very well. And I really liked Taika Waititi's directing style and the colors of the color palette of the movie and the music of the movie, and like the comedy and the quirkiness and the really bizarre, strange stuff that was done. And I loved it all. It worked great. I think they need to make a fourth Thor. They need to make a fourth Thor and have Tessa Thompson come back and find a way to bring Kate Blanchett back as Hela or something like that. And then they need to have Taika Waititi direct it. And I really liked having Hulk in the Thor movie. I thought that was great. I loved the friendship and the banter and the comedic moments between Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo as Thor and Bruce and the Hulk. I loved that the Hulk was talking. That was awesome. That's something that's in the comics. Like, the Hulk can have full blown conversations, and they haven't really done that much in the movies. And I'm like, yes, this is great. This is something, that I think people forget about the Hulk, is that he is very intelligent, even as the Hulk. People usually, I think the Hulk is kind of stupid, and he's not. So I really love that too. But I love that stuff, and I think, if they do a fourth Thor, they need to get him in there somehow. I don't know how they make it work. I don't know. But I loved it. Like, those two together. I liked their friendship. And I want to see that explored more in a fourth Thor movie. And like I said, they need Taika Waititi again. Because honestly, I think he's the best director for Thor. And they really need him to do a fourth one, because this one was amazing. I don't know how you know what else would be cool? He should do, I know he said he wouldn't do a Star Wars movie, but he should do one. Like, because I think there might be a character within the Star Wars universe that can match his, like, quirky, sense of style. And I think, I don't know who, but I'm sure there's one out there, or they can just make a new one, something. I think he'd be a perfect fit for the Star Wars universe. I don't know. But I really liked his directing. I think he is amazing, and I think they need to have him do a fourth Thor, for sure. That's all I can say. That's all I want to say. Anything else? Let me think. No? I think, Natalie Portman, I'm sure people might be wondering, she was mentioned, her character was mentioned. I guess her and Thor broke up, which is something that does happen in the comics. I know that. Other than that, I honestly, I didn't really miss her. I actually think the movie was perfectly fine without Jane and Natalie Portman. I know Natalie Portman didn't really want to come back anyways, so it all worked out in the end. I did like Thor and Jane as a couple. I just felt like it should have been developed better. But speaking of couples, thank you, Taika Waititi, for not making Valkyrie a love interest for Thor. Thank you. I think she kind of was one for Hulk, but I don't know. I couldn't really tell. But I'm just glad that she was a female character that wasn't there to be a love interest. That's amazing. Thank you, Taika Waititi. I love it. But that's really it. That's all I have to say. Stanley did have a cameo. It was really funny. He's the guy that cuts Thor's hair. That scene was great. Yeah, I thought it was so good. I really loved it. You really, I'm being serious. Go watch Thor Ragnarok. Do it now. I can understand maybe like Monday through Thursday not being able to go because of work or something. Go on the weekend, go on Friday. Just find a way to go see this movie because it's awesome. And I give it like an A. Well, actually, I'm gonna give it an A+ because I said I'd give it 1,000 points just for the use of the Zeppelin song. So an A+. It's amazing. Go see Thor Ragnarok as soon as possible. Okay, guys. And the next movie review I probably will be doing is Coco and or Murder on the Orient Express. I don't know about Justice League yet. I don't know if I'm going to see that. But I know I'm going to see Coco for sure, maybe Murder, and then for sure The Last Jedi. Absolutely 100% seeing The Last Jedi. No one's going to stop me. But yeah, so that's my review of Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was amazing, and I will see you for the next review of Once. Bye!